Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the neonatal convulsion or the seizure. So let's start. First is the introduction. Neonatal convulsion are the common life-threatening emergency in the newborn due to cerebral or biochemic abnormality. The preterm and the low birth weight babies are more prone to this problem. The common cause of neonatal convulsions are hypoxic ischemic cephalopathy or hypocalcemia, hypoglycemia, septicemia with the meningitis and polycythemia. Next is etiology or causes. The first one is developmental neurological problem. If the baby is having congenital hydrocephalus, that is big-headed baby, or water in the brain, microcephaly, small-headed baby, and cerebral dysgenesis, or if it is perinatal complication, means during that pregnancy or during the delivery, if there is any history of birth asphyxia or HIE. CHIE is full form is hypoischemic encephalopathy. Okay, so intracranial hemorrhage, it can cause convulsion in the baby, and the perinatal infection like meningitis, septicemia, or intrauterine infection like storch can affect the baby. Metabolic problem like hypoglycemia, hypocalcemia, hypomagnesemia, inborn errors of metabolism also affect the baby, can cause neonatal convulsion. Next one is types of neonatal convulsion. So there are 5 types: subtle, generalized, multifocal, clonic, and the focal clonic, and the myoclonic seizure. Clinical manifestation. About 50% of all neonatal seizures are subtle type, which may manifest as eye movement, blinking, fluttering, deviation with jerking, eye opening, sustained with the ocular fixation, or orobocolingual movements, screaming, rowing or pedaling, and apneic spells and bradycardia. The next one is types. According to the types, what are the symptoms you can notice? So in case of subtle, in the eye you can notice the staring, deviation, blinking. In the oral you can see the chewing, sucking, and lip smacking. In the limb you can notice cycling, swimming, growing, and the systematically there will be apnea, tachycardia, blood pressure alteration. And it may be difficult to differentiate subtle seizure from the extreme of normal behavior. Many subtle seizures are thought to arise from the basal ganglia as a result of diminished cortical inhibition. And the further depression of the cortex with the anticonvulsant may not be alter this seizure. Second one is clonic. It is usually involve one limbs or one side of the body jerking rhythmically. Okay, only one side of the body it will be involved in this, and it will be jerking rhythmically at 1 to 4 times per second, and consciousness usually preserved. And it may be a clue to an underlying focal neuropathology, example hemorrhage or cerebral infection. The next one is myoclonic. It is a rapid isolated jerking of the muscles and may be focal or multifocal. Okay, and it's seen in the drug withdrawal cases. If it is occurs during sleep, then it's probably because of benign neonatal sleep myoclonus. Okay, it can also occurs in a very severe form of encephalopathy. The next one is tonic types. It is sustained posturing of the limbs or trunk or deviation of the head, and it may be mimic and deceleration or deterioration posture only, and often difficult to treat with the anticonvulsant. Next one is diagnostic evaluation to find out the neonatal convulsion. See, most often by seeing the patient condition, the movement, jerking movement, eye movement, we can find out. But carefully history with the description of the convulsive episode along with the detailed physical and neurological examination, the main thing to find out this. Confirm the diagnosis can be done by the blood test, pH, urine, CSF, that is cerebrospinal fluid, electrolytes, and amino acid. EEG, CT scan, MRI, ECG, serology for storch or infection, history of maternal drug addiction and infection. If the mother is taking any drugs during pregnancy which can affect the baby, mainly like psychiatric drugs or any anti-cancer or anti-tuberculin drugs. Next one is management. Management of convulsive disorder depends upon the identification of cause. So I have explained the types, and based on that which types occurs, how, and what is the causes. So while coming to the management, based on the causes we have to plan for it. The management mainly done with the drugs therapy and the surgery if indicated. Emotional support, psychological rehabilitation, and the vocational guidance are also improve the aspect of management. Long-term management may continue over 1 to 4 years and need supervision and explanation for the treatment compliance. Then drug therapy, diet therapy, and the surgical management. So in the drug therapy, the phenobarbital, that is 3 to 5 mg per kg per day in 1 or 2 divided dose and indicated in tonic, clonic, and febrile convulsion. See, febrile means what happens sometimes if the baby's body temperature is too high, okay, it can cause convulsion, which is called as febrile. Okay, in that case we will go for phenobarbital 3 to 5 mg. Next is D5-enal carbamazepine, diazepam, sodium valproate, and ethosuximide. Diet therapy is ketogenic diet may be given to raise the seizure threshold with calculated amounts of protein and fats without carbohydrates. Surgical management. Neurosurgery medicated indicated in some cases of convulsion disorder, especially in anatomical lesion. Like this is not necessary to go for surgical management, but if there is some causes which is anatomically like brain tumor or hematoma and in medically intractable, then they'll go for surgical option. So with this we have completed the neonatal convulsion. Thank you everyone.